We're going to go ahead and take a look at finding equations of lines. There's two main formulas that you're going to use. The most common one that you're used to is the slope-intercept formula, which is y equals mx plus b, where m, the number in front of x, is your slope. And remember that slope is rise over run, or the change in the y over the change in the x. And the number that's added to x, or sometimes subtracted if it's a negative, is your y-intercept, where you're crossing the y-axis. Another very common formula that you'll be using from here and on in this math class and all the rest of them is your point-slope formula. I mean, you still have m, which is your slope, but after m, you have parentheses x minus x sub 1, where x sub 1 is the x-coordinate of a given point. On the other side of the equal sign, you have y minus y sub 1, where the y sub 1 is the y-coordinate of that given point. In both of these cases, when you're finding the equation of a line, your final answer will always have an x and a y in it, unless it happens to be a vertical or horizontal line. So, as we look at this here, we are trying to find the equation of line with a given slope and a given point. Now, since you are given a slope and a point, let's use your point-slope formula, which we looked at on the other page, is y minus the y-coordinate of your point equaling m times x minus the x-coordinate of your point. So we'll go ahead and go y minus the y-coordinate, which is that negative 2. And then we'll go equals, and we'll put in our slope. Our slope is that negative 3/5. And then we'll put in what x sub 1 is. X sub 1 is the x-coordinate of our point. We always leave the normal x and normal y alone. All we have to do now is just simplify this by going ahead and trying to get x or y by itself. Left side, we really have just a y plus 2. Distribute through here on the right side, we get negative 3/5 x. A negative times a negative is positive, and 3/5 of 5 is 3. Now all we have to do is just subtract 2 from both sides, get y totally by itself. We can't take the 2 away from this here because the 2 doesn't have any x's, so that stays there. And then you take your 3 and take your 2 away from that, and we get 1.